Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this video, I'm going to kind of show a rare position here, where the puzzle itself isn't very hard to solve, but the variations are amazing. So take a second, look at the position. It's white to move and win. There's only one way forward to win the game in terms of the first move, but after the first move there are lots of ways to win. The variations are amazing, I have to show them, so take a seat and just enjoy the ride here. The first move in this position should be kind of obvious. If you go to take this pawn, they'll just track you down, so don't do that. It'll be a draw. Instead, the first move is bishop h6 check. So what is this doing? Creating a little bit of a barrier here. The king has two choices. And this is the whole reason why I wanted to show this position. So the position that happens after king e8 is really crazy. So of course you could take this pawn and promote and win the game, but here is the variation I wanted to show just to highlight. You can play g7 here. Why? Can't the king just track this pawn down? Well, yes, and this is where the amazing variation is. After king f7, you can promote this pawn to a queen. Look at this. After king takes queen, you play king e6, boxing in the black king. They only have one legal move. They have to go to the corner. After they go to the corner, you play king f7. You're about to give checkmate on the next move no matter what they do. So they play, e6. That is checkmate. Super cool variation. I just wanted to show that. Of course, that's not the variation you think of when they go there. You probably would just take the pawn and just win that way. But you might want to play this out the other direction. So if the king goes to e8, we just showed that. What about g8? How do you win this as white? So let's show it. Well, they're threatening to take your pawn. You have to address that, so you have to push. Well, now you're also kind of in a dangerous situation because you're almost stalemating them. Not quite yet, but you're almost stalemating them. So for example, if they play e6 check, if you take this, you just stalemated the king. Right? That's a draw. You should win this position. So you got to be a little careful. Only one move wins here. That is king d6. They have two options, which is to play out here or to push, but they're both pretty much leading to the same idea. So if the king comes out, you just kind of dance with the king, and they can never get too far away from this square, so they kind of keep oscillating, and you would keep oscillating. So eventually, you get a position where the pawn has to push. Now, what do you do here? How do you win this? Because you really don't want to give up. You don't want to take this pawn because, like I said, if you do that, it's going to be a draw. King f7, you can never dislodge them, right? Kind of interesting. So what do? You play king f6. It becomes like a tempo game. You're still blocking them off. They push. What do? King f6. Now, why did you do that? Because now I'm defending this pawn. And after they push, guess what I can do? I can now take this pawn because the guard has now been removed and switched, I should say, from the bishop to the king. Okay, now they have this pawn. What do they do with it? They push it, and that's totally fine. You can play bishop g5, for example. They push, you take. Eventually, you're dislodging them from this square. And this is a simple, what is this, mate in 2 or 3? From here, simple win. Really cool puzzle. Really, the entire motivation of showing this video was that variation with the queen sacrifice. I had to show it. This idea of pushing the pawn when you can just take here is insane. I don't know what kind of move that is. Like, it's just crazy. This variation, look at this. One more time. Just blocking everything off, creating a little wall here. Awesome, awesome puzzle. Hopefully you saw that variation. The whole reason I'm showing this puzzle is because that variation is incredible. So yeah, it's a really simple looking puzzle, only a few pieces on the board, but there are so many ways to go wrong. So thanks so much for watching. I didn't mention in the beginning, but feel free to like and subscribe. Half the income I earn in this channel goes directly to charity, so all of that stuff helps us out so much. Thank you, and until next time, bye.